Countdown from
Everyone,
100.
and welcome to Trivial. It's your bar trivia night in a podcast. We're covering pop culture, sports, current events, and everything else in the form of trivia questions.
That's right. Each week we hit you with 5 topics, and here's the catch: none of us know the answers ahead of time.
Not us, not our guest, Esteban, not even you. So we're all in it together. We'll throw out our best guesses, debate a bit, and probably embarrass ourselves before revealing the correct answer.
And if any of us cheat, we get our lawsuit thrown out that was against Blake Lively.
Ooh. Well, we could break this
Dude,
whole hour.
starting
You did
off with
not
a
know.
Blake Lively
Gotcha
You did
joke.
not go there.
questions.
Wow. Listen,
I just saw
Yeah.
that a few hours ago, so I figured I'd bring it in.
it is the biggest news happening right now. I can think of nothing else.
Is it?
That's
You're in
true.
LA. Are people just people like on the street?
That's
you
all
pass
they're talking
by,
about in LA.
about it?
People are out on the streets because they are Team Lively. And I did not see that coming. But I do think Ryan Reynolds has a brand that extends to his spouse.
I think it's paid Mint Mobile protesters. You know what
It's-
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every one of them got a free Boost mobile phone or however it works.
Someone's
They
on
have
their
little
mid-phone
signs.
sipping their aviation gin.
Aviation
It's like,
gin.
"Fuck, bro, Tony, fuck.
All the signs are like, you're paying too much for mobile. You're paying too much for mobile. Switch now. Yeah, it's good. It's good. No, listen. Team Baldoni, baby.
Josh, will you introduce our guest?
No, don't you dare. No, don't you dare move on from
Really?
that.
I won't.
Don't you dare move.
That.
We
I didn't
talked a
have-
little bit before we started, but I do not know who you are. I want to
Yeah.
know who you are.
That's fair.
Who are you? What are you doing
What are
here?
Oh,
What-
yeah. We got
what
a
are
Californian
you,
here.
Stuart? Hey everyone, my name is Esteban Gast. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm a comedian person,
I want
and
to correct you. It's pronounced guest. You're our guest.
that's good.
Mm.
You know, Gast is German for guest. So in many ways, me being here is my namesake. It's living up to
It's
my family
fated.
legacy.
Yeah.
I did not know.
And Steve, we're meeting for the first time, right?
No, are we supposed to?
I don't know.
Are we
Maybe
not
it's
supposed to
kinkier
talk
to go
about
that way.
the
This
trips
is-
we went? We're not supposed to. Josh and I have made many videos together,
No way.
created many things. Yeah. In fact, we just made one released
Yeah.
a week
Josh,
ago.
You texted
Yeah.
me a video that I did not watch.
Yeah.
That was probably
Was
it.
it?
And you're guilty
put-
of not watching it, but
I'm
I'm guilty
sorry.
of subjecting my friends to the content I make all the
Yeah.
time. So it's okay. But it was really wonderful because it was one of those things where we just got coffee the morning of and we're like, this is funny. Let's do this. Let's walk your dog home. And then when night falleth, we're going to film for 90 minutes and it's going to look ridiculously good for just better than it should. You know,
Okay,
and those
so
are my favorite ones.
You are in
And-
this
It really
video
worked
that
out.
he texted me.
Josh is in it. Josh
But
is
are
in it.
you in it? Esther?
I am.
Yes.
I am in it. I am in it.
We
Okay.
are in it.
We 1, 2, 3.
He-
We.
I outed
are in it.
myself as not
He
having.
concepted this
seen the video.
and
Dude,
then
have
we
you-
brought
have
it
you
into reality in a day.
Even Googled me.
I
That's so-
watched the video.
No, I'm kidding. I don't. There's nothing. It just comes up.
Okay,
Just
well, let
comes up.
me lead off with this first question while Alan watches our video.
Yeah, watch it live, but to yourself. Don't show the audience, and just go like,
It's a
That's
funny
you.
video.
you know why it looks so good? Connor Leonard Ruth.
Oh, yeah, you really butchered that. Connor Litteruth,
My favorite,
actually, who cuts
Connor
our
lighting.
clips,
Connor-
Alan.
who
Alan
is a-
cuts our clips.
Who is
Connor.
incredible,
Yeah.
and
Wait, really?
I hope he sees
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
Connor
shit.
Leonard.
Shout out to Connor.
Yeah, Connor's
Yo.
he's so good.
He's got
He's-
the gift.
It's almost unfair.
Ask
It's
for him by
frustrating.
name, but don't tell too many people because he's too
Don't-
good.
do
We
not.
need him. Okay, question 1. I already know the answer here, but I'm
Does
not going to
Esteban
steal
know
it.
what the show is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
bar trivia. You explain it. It's bar trivia. No one knows the answers. Not even
Yeah.
God. I think that's what I got.
Yes,
I
that's
agree.
true. Oh well, let's just dig into this part 2. I don't think we've ever played trivia before, but like, do you have a team name? Do you have a go-to, Esteban?
No. Do you want to know something? I don't think I've ever played bar trivia.
Wow.
It's not a thing that
in
Like,
Chicago.
I mean, but not a thing that I was ever drawn to.
Okay.
You know, like if friends were like, we're going to trivia, I'd go with them. But I was never like if friends were like, we'll go to trivia, and another friend was doing something else, I'd be like, oh, but maybe I'll do that something else. I don't think I've
Anything else
ever.
but-
I got
Trivia'd.
into bar trivia when I lived in LA. There was a bar that my buddies and I went to. By the way, I'm still in a group chat with this group of people that I went to bar trivia with like well over 10 years ago.
That's amazing.
Bar was called Melgard. R.I.P. It's gone because it was at the corner of Melrose and Gardner in
Wow.
West Hollywood.
Melgard.
Yeah.
Melgard.
Melgard.
All
King
right,
of the
from
last
Melgard
lair.
to Pittsburgh. First question is:
Look at that
Aaron
segue.
Rodgers has signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Finally. So, for you sports fans there, what is the yellow towel that Steelers fans wave in their air? What is it called?
What is it?
What's the name of the towel?
It is. Don't you wave it if you're unvaccinated, so Aaron Rodgers knows to play harder for you.
It sprays the ivermectin into
Isn't
the crowd.
that? Yeah. Isn't that?
The horse.
Yeah.
Horse sauce.
Oh my gosh! Wait, I totally know this.
Is it there's a term that I'm thinking wait, is that a St. Louis thing? I'm from is it a rally towel? Is that term?
There's a rally cap that people wear backwards.
Is it?
And it is in a sense a rally towel, but that is not the name we're looking for here.
Josh, do you know the answer?
Oh yes, 100%, because I am like a hardcore sports fan, and this is an easier toss-up first question. And every Pittsburgh fan out there is like, you're not allowed.
We're losing
He's
Pittsburgh.
Like, oh, yeah, this is an easy toss-up question. I thought you guys would have already answered it.
Yeah, everyone from Pittsburgh. We're never going to be able to walk in Pittsburgh. Iron
towel.
It's the silver lining towel.
Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Josh, I think I
That's what it's
don't.
about.
I think I don't know, which is I think embarrassing. The Scream.
The answer is the terrible towel.
What is this? Fucking Alexander.
Terrible
And
towel.
the no good, terrible, horrible. What is this? Aaron Rodgers
Second time
and
that came
the
up today. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers and the
I
no
discovered
good, horrible.
my terrible towel when I was 13 that I would hide in the
Hello.
bottom of the pantry.
We all had a terrible towel. And some vice presidents had a terrible couch. I don't know, you know?
Oh yeah, the terrible cigar.
Did you say this was the second no good Alexander the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day
I
reference
referenced
today?
that in a thing I put on the internet today.
That's good. It's a good day when that book gets mentioned.
Absolutely.
Yeah, always.
That's in my mantras.
Wow, terrible towel.
So Esty in general, and I hope you don't mind if I call you Esty. I just came
Of
up with
course,
that
please,
nickname.
please, Alan.
Are you a sports fan?
Not that big, I would say. There's periods in my life where I was really in it. In the last few years, I've been less in it.
I
think
am
you're a
not
big
one.
fan of like the Richmond Football Club, and that would be more so.
Yeah. Alan, you frozen
Yo,
in your back. Whoa.
Where are you originally from?
I'm Colombian, but I grew up a little bit in Puerto Rico, and then Chicago, and then like Chicagoland. So I like the Cubs. I was really excited when the Cubs won the World Series after 101
Josh,
years.
kick him out right now.
What do you, Alan? What do you like?
I don't
He
like
comes from the
Colombian.
city
No,
of the
I'm from St.
McDonald's
Louis.
Arches.
Are you from St. Louis?
Yeah.
Wow,
So I'm always
Midwest.
actively rooting against anything good happening to the Cubs.
That's really. I love St. Louis. St. Louis Funny Bone, the comedy club there.
Hell yeah.
Was one of my favorite. The first places that like really put me up. And at the time, Nikki Glazer was coming in all the time and
St. Louis'
headlining.
own.
And she was so wonderful. I've been lucky enough to do a few shows more recently. She's totally blown up. And by a few shows, I mean one show. But was so lovely in St. Louis the whole time. And then when I saw her at the show in LA, I was like, hey, I was like, hey, it's in St. Louis, and her longtime boyfriend is this guy. And I knew his brother, who was a stand-up, and he was like a producer. So I was like, we hung out a few times and went to like Steak and Shake with Tim Convey and like whatever. And she was like, oh my gosh, and she was so lovely. So I have so much love in my heart for St. Louis, specifically that St. Louis Funny Bone in
love-
Westport Mall.
Westport Plaza.
Westport
Holy
Plaza,
shit.
baby. That's what I'm
Yes.
talking about. Because
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
few Funny Bones, but that was my.
That is not far from where I grew up. That's like
Wow.
a 10-minute drive. Everything is a 20-minute drive in St. Louis, but that was like more like a 7-minute. That's right
That's
by
so
my
good.
high school. Shout out Parkway North.
Shut up, Parkway North.
Obviously, I love Chicago. It's one of the best places in the world.
It's too late. Whatever, man. Damage is done. I'm not gonna.
I went to Columbia for a wedding last summer. 2 summers.
Did you
ago,
really?
I'll tell you.
Josh
I
went to
did
Columbia
too.
for a wedding.
Wait,
Yeah.
were we at the same one?
No.
Well,
I
this
was
is
at
embarrassing.
his.
Josh came to my wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. If I knew I would have been on the show, I would have invited you to save you this embarrassment. That's on me.
Twice.
What
It
it
was a small. Medellin.
was it a Colombian person?
Yes, the bride was from Colombia. So we started the trip in Cartagena, which I feel like I'm always saying wrong. I was corrected all the time.
No, that's fine.
We were in the walled city, and then
Walled city.
she planned.
Stupid. So
she like
stupid.
bought all of our tickets for us to then fly to her hometown.
Do you remember?
It was much more like mountainous and temperate.
Was it
Armenia?
Pereira?
Armenia?
Oh yeah, well that's the state. That's the
state.
that
Yeah,
state. Yeah,
It
yeah.
was
I bet it's
somewhere-
Pereira. Is it Pereira?
I wouldn't know if I heard.
Okay, but in Armenia, that's like coffee country. It's
We
it's
stayed-
temperate and beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Beautiful. We stayed at a resort where everything other than the meat, all the food they grew on the property. And I had like anxiety about coming back to the United States.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I want to eat like this. I want to keep eating like this forever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
They do
It's
not
so
know
fun.
where high corn fructose comes from. This is all just
Yeah, I'm fully back
straight
on that.
in. Love it.
Yeah, it was so fun. Josh
On
was
that
there.
fructose tip. Yeah.
We had like a week-ish wedding. My wife's
Immaculate.
Pakistani,
Great.
so we did like 3 days, kind of 4 days actually, because then we had a brunch.
Yeah.
It was so
Great
fun. It was a
fusion
dream.
of cultures. Really.
Yeah, it was really beautiful.
The American dream and South American dream. You know?
It really well. The American dream is to get married elsewhere and take advantage of the strength of the dollar.
Yes, it's also the dream for 40th birthdays and just about any small thing now. I think we want every one of our friends to blow all of their money on extravagant trips.
So good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh,
Terrible
Never
towel.
done that.
Terrible towel.
Terrible
It
towel.
is a terrible towel.
No, Mom. I
speaking-
just spilled a bunch of like flour on it. Don't touch it. Don't look at it.
Did you ever do
okay.
socks? All right, moving.
I
On.
never did actually.
Oh, that
I
was
know
the
that
go-to
was the
move.
classic move, but no.
Speaking of destination travel,
He's a professional.
From sack
Question.
to sock.
Absolutely.
Meta has signed a 20-year
I see you
deal
touched the button, I think.
with an Illinois nuclear power plant
Say
as
what?
part of their commitment to match 100% of their electricity use with zero emissions energy, courtesy of Governor Pritzker. So, which country produces the greatest share of their electricity using nuclear power?
Wow.
Oh, that's a good question.
Nuclear is interesting because I know,
yeah.
I know Spain was crushing it. Spain a little bit ago went with clean energy, like
Yeah.
wind and solar, primarily solar. But they went a full month, I think, which is crazy on wind and solar. But I don't think nuclear. But Spain, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah. It's
China,
not just
China.
Homer Simpson at the wheel now with this stuff.
Yeah, it's really expanded.
Yeah.
He kind of is the patron saint of nuclear.
He really is. I feel like that's where I like.
He's a
became
good
aware of
mascot. Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I bet I mean, China has been building so much clean energy that it just is like laughable to the rest of the other countries. Like you're like, we did a solar farm, and they're like, we did.
But so this is when it's good to like drill into the question: which country produces the greatest share of their electricity
Right.
using nukes? So
Oh.
it could be Guam because they got one plant, to rule them all.
What
And shout out
about-
that one Guam plant.
Shout out to
Yeah.
that one Guam plant.
Guam? I bet it's
The one headlight.
like a Switzerland.
What about Japan? Remember Fukushima?
Oh dear. Uh,
Alan, too soon.
yo.
I lived in LA when that happened.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
There was like worry about our fallout coming in Venice Beach or something, right?
There was. I'll tell you, I met a very. I shouldn't be speaking out of turn, but I met a very drunk Shia LaBeouf at a Gelson's in Sherman
Oh.
Oaks
Yeah.
back in
sure.
2011,
That
and
makes sense.
we were
That's
standing
where he
in front
likes
of
to
the
get drunk.
sushi aisle, and he was like, "Do you think that this is okay?" And I was like, "I
No
don't know."
way.
Yeah, I was like, "I don't know."
Wow.
That's such an incredible story.
Fukushima, yeah.
I'm obsessed with that story.
There's
That's
more
so
to it that I'll tell
good.
you off mic.
Anything you can tell me, you can tell the listeners.
Absolutely not. There's
I
no
live-
way.
I live by one rule
Hey,
and one rule
And if
only.
you subscribe to the
If you're
Patreon we're
not
starting,
first,
you
you're
will get this
last.
exclusive content about what Shia.
Anything you tell me, you can tell them. Okay.
That's your one rule.
Yeah. That's incredible. Yeah, I'm gonna guess like a Nordic kind of European,
You're leaning
small
Zerk?
small European-y country that feels right.
I like it. I'll just to be contrarian, I'll go Japan. Because
You're going Japan. I guess I gotta go with Guam. And you're leaning Switzerland
Sure, let's go Switzerland.
or Finland? Okay. The correct answer is France.
Fuck! Sacre bleu!
Ah, Zutele.
Putain.
Ah,
Putain.
je voudrais un jus de pomme, s'il vous plaît.
Well,
that
another
an
little
apple?
factoid that
I would like an
Liz
apple juice.
left us is that the U.S. we like when we lead on stuff. We are actually producing the most nuclear
Whoa.
power in the world right now.
Well, yeah.
It's just
We gotta
percentage
have
wise
all those submarines across the world. Force projection, right?
for tourism. Or what?
No, for pushing the big button.
Oh, okay.
Wait, we have submarines all over the world?
Yeah. We have
Run by
nuclear
lizards.
submarines all over
Ready
the
to-
world, just like, hey, don't. Did you
Just
ever
hanging.
watch that show, Last
Oh,
Resort? That was on.
Mm-mm.
God, it was so
Sorry?
fucking good. Andre
dating
Brower.
show?
No way.
Yeah,
He's so
rest in
funny.
peace.
He's
It
so
was
great.
one season long, but it was
I'm gonna
a
actually write
nuclear
this down.
submarine that was like, halfway across the world. They get orders to fire on a country. They refuse those orders.
Yeah.
So then the United States is like, fuck you, we're coming after you. And they come to, I guess this hasn't aged well, but they go to an island and kind of like claim it as their own. And they're like, we are a sovereign nuclear power. It's not an abandoned island. There's like a
Wow.
whole like civilization there. And they're like, okay, I guess we're a nuclear power now.
That's
Whoa.
super interesting.
Great show, written by
That's,
Sean Ryan, I think.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stories like that. Do you remember during the Cold War, there's like a bunch of stories of on both sides, people who de-escalated, which is really interesting. It's always interesting to be like, wow, those are some of those like butterfly effect moments where you're like,
People that
some-
kept us from the brink, yeah.
yeah. And one was some commander in the USSR or whatever. There was like a false alarm that
Yes.
the US had bombed. You know, it's like the
Mhm.
most.
I've heard this
There's a
story.
bunch of
The
famous ones, but
fail-safe
this is
kind of, yeah.
the most famous one. And then that they were I think instructed to. They were like, let's wait one more minute. And they're like, but the bombs they're already falling or whatever. And then in a minute they didn't push it, and then they found out it was a false alarm. And you're like, that's crazy. That's a crazy
None of us
thing.
are here, maybe.
I know. I mean,
I
this
would've trusted
podcast
it.
would have never
I
happened.
wouldn't
I
have
bet they were
waited
like, I hope one day 3 young men get together and talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I don't want to rob them of that. I don't want to
What?
rob humanity. Yeah. If they
You're
knew we were
waiting-
doing this, they're
what
like,
are you
"All right."
doing in that minute? If you're sitting there on the side, are you waving your terrible towel? Like where
Yes.
are you in that sub?
It's got to be tense. I wonder if they were like, hey guys, let's do some deep breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to think that I'd be someone being like push the button, and I don't think I would be actually, because I don't really understand the point of it. It's like, okay, we're gonna die, we gotta
Yeah.
make sure that they die too.
That is an interesting thought of like, at that point, if you're like, okay, if this is true, all of us are going to die and the world will forever be changed, am I just going to kill a couple million more people as my final act?
Yeah, when you put
As
it
opposed to
that way.
being like, well, this is unfortunate.
I really love that I'm just gonna take that clip out of context for you for like an Oppo hit at some point. But
Yeah.
You s-
Esteban Gast wants
send
millions dead.
well,
like
it's
a
mostly just because of my
message.
envy for how like full throated with your chode like microphone. It just sounds so much deeper and richer
Please.
than the actual
Yes.
hosts here.
Would you call that a chode microphone?
Well,
Microchip.
I think it's normal. I think it's normal. I think people would like it. I think if people give it a chance, they'd like it.
People wouldn't laugh at it if they saw it.
Oh my!
Oh,
This is
Why?
a children's
save it for
Grow-
Patreon.
live stream.
Grow up.
Do you think this is gonna be our longest episode?
Yeah, we got to keep moving.
I don't
Well,
care.
I think so. Here's the thing: Esteban was already going to be a clear winner for potential in the Tournament of Champions, not for quality of answers, but just
The
entertainment.
tournament that I don't believe exists, but
Yeah.
go on.
But after 64 episodes, we will determine a bracket and bring Ken Jennings in to help litigate who is our winning trivial pursuer.
He's gonna be governor or something by then.
You think?
I think
Governor Jennings.
That makes sense.
I would feel comfortable with a man like that. He at least values knowledge,
so.
facts.
Honestly, don't know anything about him.
Yeah, I don't say I
Seems-
trust him, but I just think he knows numbers.
You don't trust him, but you. Okay.
You know how little it takes to be a half decent candidate for Congress
Yeah.
these days.
I think he's trustworthy.
Yeah. If you tell me he's running for the 34th district of California, I'm like, all right, great. Yeah, that sounds right.
All of his answers at the debate are in the form of a question. That's
Yeah.
a hack joke.
What is democracy?
Even as I was saying it, I was like, shut the fuck
I'm glad you
up.
said it though. It needed to be said.
I guess.
You can't keep those in.
You really
They'll
can't.
cause illness. It'll cause indigestion.
All right, question 3, folks.
And it's 3 out of
Moving
25.
right along. Here's a topic that all of us are experts on, and I'm sure our audience knows everything about too. The Tony Awards were this weekend.
There you were.
Not the Tony Stark Awards. These are the Live Theater Awards. And actor Jonathan Groff stood over which audience member in the middle of his production number doing his thing?
Oh, I
Did
think
you-
I saw this.
Did you see the clip?
Oh wait, you say.
I
don't know.
saw a clip where I only saw the legs. I didn't see who they belonged to. And I swear I was gonna watch the Tonys last night, but I had a friend in town. I saw.
You're an
a
awards
clip-
show watcher.
I do. I watch awards shows.
Yeah, I would have watched them.
But
They're a
did not
backgrounder thing, I guess.
see who the legs belonged to, but the legs were straddling Keanu Reeves, and next to him was Alex Winter. Is that his name? Of Bill and Ted.
Wow, what
William
a
and
weird.
Ted. William and
Neither
Theodore
of those names would
together.
I was
'Cause
like Leah Michelle,
And-
Lin Manuel.
Yeah, I'm not. I was like, is that Keanu Reeves? And I'm like, what's he doing there? And then next to him was Bill. I think he's Bill.
I think Keanu's a joy to be at any event, and people will be thrilled to have him. And I'm sure he's a lover of the theater.
I
Yeah,
bet he
that's
is,
true.
too.
I don't think he's got like a
one.
one-act play coming. What if John Wick was like on Broadway? I mean, these action sequences. You watch The
Wait,
Outsiders.
Wait,
like,
I know exactly. Okay, yes, it was the two of them. They were in a Broadway show together. They did. They did Waiting for Godot. The two of them.
No
Really?
way.
Yeah. Bill and Ted did Waiting for Godot. Okay, so it was definitely Keanu Reeves.
Okay,
Wait, that's great.
Yes.
You did it.
I mean, I'm
you
going.
got one. I'm
Is
gonna
that it?
say- I mean, well,
Is it?
let me check it. Do you think it's Liam Neeson? Does anyone want to put any other guesses in? I'm leaning on the confidence of Alan.
Yeah, I'm going with Alan. Me,
What's
I'm
Liam
sticking
Neeson's
with Alan.
character's name in the Taken movies? That's a trivia question.
Oh, that is a good question.
At no point is he like, my name, if you choose to receive it, is Sir Larry Pickles. And give me back my daughter, Tatiana Pickles.
Is it a Rugrats spinoff?
I do like that. If that was the shared universe, that's amazing.
It's when they grow up.
Yeah.
So Liam Neeson is Tommy when he grows up.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Chucky
And the guy who took it is Chucky.
is like
Yeah.
on the like headset, just being like, I can't do a Chucky impression.
Good luck.
Oh, Tommy, I don't think you should go in there because I'm scared of everything.
That was an incredible impression. That's so good. That's an oversight on the Taken movies that at no point do we know his name.
My daughter was taken by a man that goes by the code name Raptor.
I do
Who you are. I don't know where you're from. If you have candy, I'll eat it. If you have diapers, I need them. But
that's a good Liam.
That was a good Liam. We'll fight over chocolate milk during
I think
the
this is
Super
my
Bowl.
new voicemail message. You have reached Josh Burstein.
I don't know where he
Message
is,
from the deep.
but I do know if you leave a message, I can find him.
And then the credits at the end of the movie are like, "Ba-da, boo, 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 boo." Do you remember that? Did I take it too far?
That's too.
That was the
like
beginning
you've
of-
watched Rugrats too recently.
That was the
and
beginning of every Rugrats. Like the title
It had
was
a
kind
splash.
The title
Splash.
splashes out.
Okay.
That's good.
Got you.
Someone-
Got
someone-
you.
Ah, man, I can't believe I missed a Rugrat title sequence joke.
Dang.
That's on me.
Okay. The correct
I got more.
answer is Keanu Reeves.
Yes, Alan.
You nailed
Alan,
it. We are doing great.
Alan.
Tony.
Tony.
Neo for the win. Who was Keanu Reeves' character in the film John Wick?
I don't know.
Is it Liam Neeson?
That is not the next question. The next question is our shots round. Hey.
Hey.
Josh, is it safe
Cheers.
for me to follow along in the doc? Maybe I should have asked you that 8 episodes ago.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have the answers until I scroll over them. Just so you know how this works. Basically, Quiz Liz puts into the document all the questions that I can read from, and then in white ink, when I hover over it, an answer is revealed.
Is
Pretty
Quizliz
good. Pretty good Google Doc magicry.
Is Quizliz a real person?
Yeah.
Her name's
Lizzie.
Liz, but we call her Liz as a nickname.
Shout out Liz.
Yeah.
So wow.
And
so
you
she
guys
just
have been
does this.
colleagues before when I was on the Liberal Conspiracy.
L-
Yeah, she was our lead researcher
wow.
for that silly little show. And
So good.
knocking it out of the park.
Quizliz.
Yep. Okay, shots round, which, like a real trivia night, is your chance to shout out the answer in the comments. This one is for the audience. And if you're right, you just might win something special.
So, Esty, I know you've been listening to every episode, but in case you don't remember,
Yeah,
this
give me
part
that rundown.
is not for us. It's for the audience. They get to write in the comments to answer a question. And if they get it right, they're going to win something really special.
Which is our sponsor, Spread the Love, from Zach and Val Fishbane, who you know. Yeah.
Wow.
I was about to say Lifetime Supply. No, that's not right. A big tub of nut butter. This
I
is
thought it was
delicious
Lifetime.
peanut butter. There's a year.
Oh, year.
A
It's a
lifetime.
year. It's
Who
not a
knows?
lifetime. It's a
Who knows
year.
how long? I was like, I can't promise.
If you
can't-
do it right, it could be a lifetime.
This is promises. Peanut butter can't cash or whatever. Yeah. So spread the love. Great stuff. And last week's question was, which U.S. city had the highest percentage increase in rent from 2024 to 2025 in the last year?
Austin?
Good guess.
And I believe that was our last week's guess.
No, she thought like Salt Lake City or something. At least that's what
Salt
she
Lake
whispered
City?
or something.
I think
Salt
so.
Salt Lake City. Suffering Thuckatash, Salt Lake City. No, the correct answer is
Southwest.
Newark, New Jersey.
Newark, New Jersey.
Honestly, Newark is awesome. I was like, wow, how people know this is right next to like that airport and the city, and it's got its own things going on. So as far as a spike in
Wow.
everything
Newark.
else has been claimed, and
The
Detroit,
Little
and
Apple.
Pittsburgh's been figured out.
Essie, have you spent much time in New York?
I was born in New Brunswick.
Every
that
time
count
I
for
ask you a
anything?
question, you have a new city.
Yeah.
close to Newark. Is the
Oh.
tiny apple. Teeny tiny apple, little apple, big apple.
I'm a big fan of the middle apple.
Oh,
Mhm.
Is that
Pittsburgh?
Fiona Apple?
Fiona.
Maybe mid apple.
Criminal.
Fiona Apple, she's the woman in Shrek, yeah?
Yes. Yeah. She's the wife of the iPhone inventor.
Does Shrek
I
have a
think.
last name? Is Shrek's a one man name, like a Brazilian soccer player?
Swamp.
Like
He has-
Pele?
If he has
I
a
was
real
about to say Swamp.
ID from California, I think it's Shrek. I think it's like first name and last name.
Oh,
So
like
then do
Mario,
you think-
Mario?
Mario. Isn't it Mario Brothers?
Well,
Well,
Luigi
in the-
Mario is his name.
In that horrendous movie, they tried to canonize that, like, I'm Mario, and this is my brother Luigi Mario.
No way.
Yeah.
That's man. People didn't boycott that. They chose to boycott Black.
There were
Sleeping
enough
Beauty?
problems with that one. Yeah.
Wow.
You mean Mermaid? But maybe they're all. Yeah. Okay. The shots round question, folks, is very interesting. It is
Okay.
combining what two common kitchen ingredients creates a non-Newtonian fluid?
Non-Newtonian, meaning it doesn't follow the laws of Newton.
I think so. And, I'm a fan of Newtonian fluids of all
Me too.
kinds of sizes.
Are you?
I did not know the
Name
answer
their
to
top
this,
5.
and I won't tell
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, give us your top. You're wearing a I Love Newton shirt.
Sweat,
Newton.
tears, Gatorade, Celsius, and
Hell yeah, brother.
nut butter from Spread the Love. Those are fluid-ish. Yeah. Mhm.
Last one's probably
Those
the
are some
closest.
Newtonian fluids. Got you. Okay, moving on to questions we might be able to answer. Viral moments on the interwebs.
Ooh.
An elephant broke into a grocery store in Thailand, picked up some snacks to eat. It's pretty cute and
Roll the
alarming.
clip.
Wababa.
We're not that kind of show. There's not going to be a clip.
Okay, this is for folks who are bursting with flavor like me. What is the important ingredient in pad thai that gives the dish its signature sour and savory base?
Isn't it like fish oil?
I was going to say
Could be.
peanuts.
You think peanuts is the
You
secret?
think peanuts makes it sour?
No.
I think peanuts makes it,
Alan,
deadly. to
think.
some folks.
Think for one goddamn second. I'm so sorry. That was it.
I had Thai food for dinner last night.
Listen, I'm an ally with Thai food. I have a
ally for
lot
Thai
of
food?
Thai
Yeah.
friends who love Thai food. You know what's wild is I went to Thailand and I made part of the experience was it was like you make your own pad Thai. So I should know. And remember when
Well,
they gave us
Fish
peanuts,
oil was in it?
they looked at us and they said, "Don't tell anyone, but this is what makes it sweet and sour."
Poison from White Lotus.
We put we put like a fish oil.
The secret
Said fish
ingredient
oil.
is noodles.
I'm trying to think. I'm so tired.
I'm good with fish oil because I do know, like there's that or like tiny shrimps, but then it's so vegan friendly. I think people like Thai food usually for being vegan friendly. So fish oil may not be it. Basil?
I give my dog fish oil.
Do you?
Yeah,
That's cute.
I do a little bit in
That's
her
very
lunch.
loving.
Hmm.
I went.
Does your dog have 3 meals
2
a
meals?
day? Oh yeah.
2 meals. Do you have a
Okay.
dog, Esty? I heard some barking.
Yeah.
What kind?
She was trying to yell out the answer. She's like, Keanu Reeves! Keanu Reeves! She's an Australian cattle dog. She's
My
the
dog's part
best.
cattle dog.
No
It's a
way.
beagle mix. Cattle. and
Wow.
Something else.
You gotta send a pic.
And I'm part cowboy. Oh.
Oh, dude. She's so cute.
I didn't choose this, but my phone one day was like, I'm just going to start rotating pictures of her as your screen, and I didn't fight it. I was like, oh, yeah, I want that. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
I was
Siri
like,
knows.
great.
Yeah.
Wow, she's
Switch
going,
it up.
She's going crazy again.
Oh, there she goes. Well, we're never gonna get this answer. The
For the
correct
listeners at home,
ingredient.
Esty has pulled up a
Oh.
picture
Describe
of a
this.
penis instead of a
Fucker.
dog.
How dare you?
Unsolicited Doug pics.
How dare
We
you?
really apologize for this. This isn't that kind of show, Esty.
We're gonna
This
blur
is
that out.
first off,
and
this is totally that
paired
kind
with
of show.
whatever you
That-
said
that is a
earlier about the
beautiful dog, by the way.
submarine. Like we're taking you down by the end of this podcast.
I'm never going to be able to run for Congress. I'm never going to be able to run for the regional water board.
No, he showed a beautiful dog. What's your dog's name?
Imli. IMLI. Sweet Imli.
Yes, it's a good
Holly.
pupper. Met
Holly.
her recently.
Josh met her.
We had coffee.
You've met his dog?
Have you not met Alan's dog, Josh?
No. Alan doesn't let me over to his place. I only let him record podcasts in a different room in
Well,
my place.
If
His
you wanna
Wi-Fi
come
goes-
record a- No, don't put that out there. I pay my bills.
Yeah.
You touched the button again, Esty.
And I've been silenced. But let me be clear. Alan is at Josh's place
Because he doesn't
Because-
pay his Verizon
because
bill.
Alan can't go on the internet in his home.
Yeah. And he has to go door to door and tell people that he's now in this neighborhood.
Listen, Verizon doesn't report to the credit bureaus. You don't got to pay them. It's like a hospital bill. Just toss it out.
Get one step ahead.
That advice is not true. Nobody do that.
This advice is not
Good
endorsed
disclaimer.
by or for Trivial.
Yeah, anyone can put in your own disclaimer real quick if you need it. But hey, we had a question. They're trying to hold it in their brains, maybe. The correct answer of what important ingredient in pad thai gives it its savory taste. It is
Literally forgot that we were
tamarind paste. Yeah, you knew it.
No.
You keep
Did-
some in the back of your pantry. You knew that you
Tamarind
just needed
paste?
to add a little
Did-
tamarind to really get that savory, sour taste.
You know what's wild is Imli, my dog's name.
Mhm.
She just came to the door. Is Urdu, which is the Pakistani language, for tamarind. So
Fuck.
by sharing her name
I'm gonna give you
after the
quarter of a
question was
point.
asked,
Yeah,
in some ways it does answer that completely.
it was
Oh.
entered into the
tamarind.
Yeah.
Oh,
not
I know.
tambourine.
What did you hear?
I just didn't hear. I know that as like something that gets put in drinks in Brooklyn when I order them, like a tamarindo whiskey.
Mm.
Oh.
Yes, well, if you infuse your pad thai with whiskey, you have my stomach. Not
That feels right.
yeah,
That feels
not tasty.
Josh.
Heyo. So, current events.
Josh.
Trump,
Who?
the president of the United States,
Ah.
Elon Musk, the richest man alive,
Oh.
are having a little bit of a
Yeah.
feud, little tiff, little
Tiff.
something's going not so good in paradise with two very powerful men. I don't know who wins this thing. I think we lose either way
Well, it's
as a humanity.
like they're fighting over a bill. I guess it seemed like we were going to get to this place eventually. Like when you see,
On
I don't
something,
know, like a
yeah.
falling out between friends. I feel like there's like that last straw. Like if it wasn't this, it would be something else.
It's not
Yeah.
one of their 19 X's that came between them. No. It is actually, to my understanding, more based on Elon's suggested inferred NASA pick, because that has such a huge weight in SpaceX, and because it was revealed his donor file was that he had donated to Democrats in the past, that in fealty to MAGA he was not. They did not move him along, and there was kind of like a public shaming in the Oval Office with Elon there on his like last day out. And so it was just sort of like, oh, like I did all this stuff for you, you're about to throw it all away to put 2.4 trillion in debt with this big beautiful bill after me gutting the federal government is going to be like nullified in terms of its effectiveness, yada yada yada. And then you're going to go like undercut my suggestion for the thing that I have my moneyed interests in, which is why I did this in the first place. And so, yeah, I think the big difference though is Elon doesn't, even though he has all the money in the world, he doesn't have a lot of leverage here because all of his money is tied up in government contracts, which could be very much imposed upon by the will of Donnie. So,
Can I say something sick? I think that
Say it.
maybe this is just
Sick.
like the sort of like movie fan like idea thinking part of me, but kind of would like to see like these two people use the full force of their powers to like go after each other. Like I would just be curious to see
It would be
that.
interesting.
Vendetta,
Yeah.
Like
There's like a
Elon was like-
Succession. There's a Succession
Yeah.
season that
Yeah.
was just the two of them could just let this go, but petty ego trips could just whip lash and bring down their respective, I don't know, whatever.
It would be interesting, but I do think America loses.
Right, which is why
But-
this is why it's sick.
But
It's like-
but boy, would it be fascinating to have Trump be like, you know what? We're gonna nationalize
Starlink,
X thing,
SpaceX, Starlink.
SpaceX, or whatever, right? And be like,
Yeah.
we don't need that. And then have Elon be like, great, then you don't get this spaceship that I've built that costs $6 billion. You have to build one yourself. It'll take 20 years.
Or
And
just
there's
like,
people stuck in the space station. Good luck.
Oh, by the way, Donald, I've kept a record of every action you've taken on Twitter, like every profile you've looked at. Like, I'm just gonna.
I don't
read
know
this
if there's
from-
anything
Wow.
that touches him with shame, but
That'd be
This
so
actually-
good. I'd be like, I know what websites you went to.
Like,
That is
I'm
true.
sorry. I'm really sorry, Elon.
I know
Yeah.
you've Googled average weight for 6'2" person
he
800
already mentioned
times.
He already mentioned Epstein. I don't think you go much higher than that. Like if he's
It-
just like, oh, here it is. Here's the PDF. Like here.
That feels
All
weird.
the redactions are gone. Here you are.
For him to do, I know people have said this, but for him to say, here's the bombshell, the
Yeah.
man I've supported for the last 9 months with hundreds and millions of dollars is a pedophile. Ha ha ha. You're good luck.
Like,
You-
yeah.
That's like being like, here's the thing. My wife is horrible. And you're like, you married her. You know, like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you chose.
I don't put it past Elon to do
pedophile.
a self-own as a guy who is a sociopath with no understanding of base reality. So he's
I
just
think
looking
he's
for
a
more excuses to go
well-adjusted
to Mars faster.
person.
That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah. The question, by the way, I know it. Do you know it?
You
Musk.
know the question or you know the answer?
I know the question for sure because I'm
I
about to
know
put
the
it out of my
question, too.
mouth and form words into a sentence.
What? Don't
Verbally.
talk witchcraft to me.
Yeah, dude, don't. It's not. For one, we don't get it. Two, we never will.
Musk.
3, it's anti-Catholic.
Yeah.
The question is, Musk has founded the Boring Company to do what?
Oh,
Tunnels? Isn't it
Yeah.
tunnels?
yeah.
Sounds
it's
boring.
Tunnels.
I think it's like general like infrastructure, isn't
Didn't
it?
he? Isn't he like making tunnels in Vegas right now?
I think he. Do you know what I think happened? I think he made one small tunnel that you drive a Tesla into. It is you know when he came into Doge and he's like, I'm gonna cut $2 trillion, and he's only cut like 80 million, and even
Yeah.
that's contested.
Exclusively by getting rid of people who function in these jobs. That,
Yeah, by being
totally ham-handed.
by being like these people getting food that gives them life or have had it too good for too long. I've been saying that. I've been saying starving people in the global south have had it too good for too long. So I'm grateful for that.
I just think too many Americans have jobs, and there's something that we need to do about it.
Yeah,
Pisses me off.
it pisses me. I want less people to have jobs. But
You live in,
that
rush hour. It sucks.
he just he
Put an
did
end
say
to
he tweeted that he's like whoever solves traffic, like solving traffic is like a final boss kind of move.
Solves the world.
And I think there is less traffic because less people are driving into jobs. But the Vegas tunnel, I went there a little bit ago, and it is one small lane going from like one hotel to another. in Teslas. It was pretty tough.
Neat.
I've invented the underpass.
It was it was a genuinely. I was like, if I said I was gonna build incredible underground tunnels and trains, and this is what I built, I would be so embarrassed. That's like, I would be so, it just, and everyone knows, and I'm just walking around and people are like, you just built a small tunnel. But
I would be pleased if there was like a little bridge troll at the end, because I haven't seen one of those in a while. I want some riddles.
I would love, that's kind of what we're doing now. Not to say that you guys are kind of trollish,
auditioning
but
for
Bridge Troll. That should have been the name of the podcast.
Bridge Troll. Solve these riddles, and then you'll get a jar of peanut butter. My name is Liam Neeson, and you've taken my daughter. Have you searched at the end of the rainbow?
The twist
By the way,
is his daughter is really just a doll with spiky hair.
And one last thing. My name is Tommy Pickles. I'm looking for that.
Oh, that was that a Mission Impossible face-off moment too, to bring it full circle?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm not Phil. I'm Lil.
Okay, well, you are correct. The Boring Company is for tunnels, sans bridge trolls for now. They did make a flamethrower as a promotional stunt that sold out, but that's about it.
I actually don't know, and I don't know if you do, like what is boring? Is it just like we have like big drills that make tunnels?
To bore.
No, I get that, but is
the man likes a pun, if you notice Doge, right? So it is the Boring Company, and it's boring.
But I'm not asking about the name, but like, is the company just like, we have big drills?
It's so bore, like.
Stop explaining what boring is. I get it. I know what boring is.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't.
Company
Alan, I think
is another word for business, right? And
I think it's
enterprise.
I think they were supposed to pitch a different, like a better subway, like a people mover.
Focus on tunnel construction for traffic decongestion.
Yeah, like they were supposed.
And there was like the idea that they would like come up from the ground, like into the parking space, and just start driving. So you have a removal of parking cars. Yeah,
genuinely, it was very sci-fi, which is what makes what happened so funny. That is like being like, that's like being like, I'm gonna introduce teleportation, and then the thing that ends up doing is like a moving walkway. And then you don't Google what this should have been, and you just are like, this is teleporting, the thing that has been invented.
Moved people through time and space rapidly.
But it's supposed to be, it's supposed to solve traffic and be a new generation of subway, I would say. Like what's a subway, which is an interesting premise. What would a subway look like if built today with the latest technology? And like, would it look like New York subways, which are wonderful, but like are a different time and place, right? Places in like Japan as more modern subways. Interesting, provocative premise that turned into a car going 25 miles per hour.
Of anyone who makes infrastructure sexy and actually just does the work. And to Elon's credit, he has associated himself with a lot of companies that actually do cool stuff and get some results, despite him.
No.
So, yeah. That said, those were our questions. And now
10 more.
We have a lightning round.
Oh, do it.
Whoopsh. That was a whip of lightning. So this is where we like to make it about the guest. We make it all about you, Esteban guest. And the
boring
questions will be around a topic you said you know something about. So, of course, it's about Paddington 2.
Is it really?
No, it's not.
Oh, dude, I was going to be so ready.
You texted me stand-up comedy. Something allegedly you know a thing or two about.
I texted you also a text that was both information that you asked for and like an undercurrent of sadness, because Josh was like, what do you know a lot of trivia about? And I was like, I don't know, like politics and stand-up comedy. Just the thing. I was like, I have no hobbies. I don't know. the the
Sounds
things
like you're into the Cold War.
The
Yeah.
rules from Air Bud. Like,
like I have nothing. The thing I do for work is the only thing I do.
I've got a pitch for an Air Bud movie.
yeah,
I'm not gonna tell you.
Patonk.
If you're gonna
Go well
tell
with their nuclear power plant friends.
us in
Please.
private, dude, Airbud nuclear retriever.
Nuclear
Yeah.
retriever.
No one said Todd can't run these power plants.
First he was playing basketball, now he's playing nuclear football.
Oh,
Wow, good.
I'll give you that. Okay, well, the actual questions are going to be about stand-up comedy. So
Great,
I'm
I'm
going to
ready.
give you the nombre of a comedy special, and you tell me the comedian.
Go. This is fun.
Ooh.
Right?
Wow, this is
right?
fun.
Liz. Let's go.
Quiz
Uh,
Liz.
Baby Cobra.
Ali Wong.
Accurate.
Absolutely.
You got one. We're on the board.
Absolutely. Ali Wong, incredible physical comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible comedian.
She
but
gets
when
pregnant for the bit. It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, the commitment
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah. I
So
tried. I couldn't. Comedy monster.
Comedy monster.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that before.
It's getting a little
Can I
better.
take a guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alan, please.
Is it Jim
Jump in.
Gaffigan?
You are correct.
Wow, Alan, that's so good. Dude.
You did it.
Comedy
Third one.
monster.
Altered boy.
Altered boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be a Catholic altar boy comedian. It's definitely not a Berbiglia one, though. It's probably in that world. Altered boy.
Altered boy. Was Mulaney raised Catholic?
Yeah, but it's not one of his. Altered.
I'm gonna help you.
I was raised Catholic.
Because this is a trick,
Alan?
and it's a good. It gets harder, right?
It's a trick?
It's spelled Altered.
Whoa.
Wow.
Boy.
Altered boy. Is it? Oh, man, is it Eddie Izzard who transitioned and now has a different name?
Decent
Altered
guess.
boy.
Wait,
You know
is
what
that
I mean? Oh yeah.
Oh,
Now
fuck, I didn't know that.
she has a different name.
Mhm.
I saw them do one
Be careful.
person
Stay woke.
Hamlet.
Oh
here
really?
A couple
Mm.
years ago. It was
Wow.
fucking amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. The artist formerly known as Eddie is incredible.
Damn. It was
It-
Eddie Izzard on the they were named
Yeah,
Eddie
yeah.
Izzard on the program.
Mhm.
It's just
This is
better.
recent.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Super recent. I mean, I'm almost positive I could be.
I mean,
But
not
I'm trying to
damn,
think.
but, you know.
That's what I'm
Well-
thinking. Like, I'm like, altered. Is it probably in that space? They're like, God, trans comedians. Not Mae Martin, although Mae Martin's Netflix series called Feel Good is one of my favorite TV shows. All right, what is it? I'm ready.
Drag queen Darien Lake.
We were honestly on the same. We were basically
You were
there.
getting there. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just didn't know it. It was hard. It was good. But that's the show.
Altered
You did
boy.
good. We did pretty good.
You did pretty good.
Wow. So we just end on a loss. Kind of like this, like every St. Louis team this last decade.
Well, why don't you tell the folks at home
I think we have
the name
more World
of
Series
your
champions
special
than
on
anyone
YouTube,
except
your
the
little short
Yankees.
special, and then your
This-
name afterwards,
How
and you
many
get
World
that
Series
question right.
championships have been won?
This camera, this camera, this camera. Tell the people where you can find them.
Essie, do you have anything to plug?
So recently, oh no, oh gosh, recently,
Don't turn your back on this.
Was that the voice? Is that what you're doing here?
is there a bunch?
All right, we like him as a guest.
This is my fight song. I recently did a short film with this emerging comedian named Josh Burstein out of New York City. No, where can you, I don't know, follow me on social media, which is at real Esteban Gast, which is real, and then my name. And
I will
that's it.
say everyone should watch that video. It is really great, and I think
Don't.
not it is
Alan,
funny.
You're
but
such a
also-
good actor.
No, it is
Wow.
funny, but also the way it looks, like even just like the lighting of it, I thought was very impressive. So everyone check that out.
That's honestly Connor. So everyone follow Connor, Lynn Ruth, and then yeah, come see me live in Los Angeles. I'm better live in person. And that's it. That's it.
Hell yeah.
It's true.
Some
You are
stuff's
better
coming
live in
up.
person.
Some stuff's coming up.
Yeah.
You know.
I-
But I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, the general public. I'll tell you
Well,
and
you'll
Josh
find
Allen.
out if you follow Real Esteban Gast online, and you can see everything he does with that microphone.
It's true.
Folks, thank you for tuning into a supersized episode 8 of Trivial. That is the show. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe. Please do not comment. Thank
Please
you.
comment.
No, don't.
Comment
Don't.
so much.
Do not comment.
Thank you
Get outta
to
here, honestly.
Connor Linneruth for the clips, our trivia director, Quiz Liz, and thank you, the listener. See you next week.
And remember, question everything. Thanks,
So this will be edited out
I'm gonna
for
cue
like
the
8